Well, welcome to another episode of SKST Radio, and you're tuned into the Cammy Grayson Show, Girl Talk. And we are getting close to the end of our International Women's Month. And I had to bring my girl back, Miss Jody Berry. Welcome to the show, Jody. Hi.
Hi.
How
It's so
are
great to be
you?
here, Cammy. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, yeah,
I really
absolutely.
appreciate
You should be home by now. This should feel like home for you right now.
it. Actually, it does. It
Okay.
does. I feel very comfortable here.
Good, because this is home.
Yes.
Home away from
Yes.
home.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely.
So, Jody, tell people who you are and what you do.
Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of information about me. My name is Jody Berry, and I am the executive director of Morningberry Farm, which is a historical Black-owned farm that is at the edge of Dallas, Texas, bordering on Hutchins, Texas, and it has been in our family since 1876. We are very excited to be a part of our community. And historically, that's what we've always done. Even when James and Catherine Morney purchased this land in 1876, they had orchards, but they had people within the community who worked out on the property and lived there as well. So, what we do now is we have events at our farm, we host tours, and we also are looking towards having a group of kids that will come out throughout the summer and they will learn about the farm and farming aspects and things like that. So that's a little bit about what we do there.
So, Jody of Sunnybrook Farm, huh?
Yes, can you believe it? It's
Wow.
like in your life, things change so much. And now, in this time in my life, that's where I'm at. And I'm pretty excited about it because I love the outdoors. And it's something that's near and dear to my mom and my family. So I want to carry that on and make
Mhm.
sure that I am inclusive of community. And so, yeah, it's something different, but I like it. I really do like it.
Wow. It's amazing, though. I mean, so do you guys, do you have any livestock or anything?
We do. Actually, we have horses and cattle.
So, do you ride?
We lease a lot of the property out. Years before, my mom and my dad, they took care of all of the livestock and did all of that after they retired. As we don't have as much time to do that because currently right now I am the main person that takes care of every aspect of the farming. So we have a gentleman he leases out and he has his horses and he is working on having where they can come out and ride and learn actually about that aspect of agriculture as well.
Nice, nice. And so that's what the kids will be learning, huh?
Right, right. And some other things because there is a whole component where the kids will actually engage with learning the process of how the circle of life that works and with
Mhm.
bees and ants and the importance of those in maintenance even in reference to humans. So it's really, I'm really excited about this because there is a gentleman who's working with me, and his name happens to be Jody as well. And right, of all names,
All
isn't he?
names, it's
Right,
Jody.
his name is Jody, and that is his government name. So
Wow.
it's like wow. But he has a whole curriculum that's based on nature. And so I'm
Nice.
really, really excited that we'll be rolling that out this year.
Wow. Someone said, this is awesome. Yes, it is.
Oh, awesome. Thank you for joining.
So, Jody, tell people about when you first took over the farm. How did that happen?
Okay, so it actually was, there's always a conduit. It was my mom. So when the land was purchased in 1876, There was farming going on there up until the 1980, 82. My mom had an uncle, which would be my great uncle, that wanted her to continue on with agriculture and ensuring that the farm stayed, within the family and
Mhm.
community. So it ends up that in doing that, she found out that there were a lot of people that were claiming ownership to the property. And yes, yes. So she went around to about 43 relatives that
Mhm.
were cousins and siblings and said, you know what, we need to get this all figured out. And in doing that process, that's when she found out there were a lot of people that were laying claim to the land and saying that they had ownership of certain parcels. So when she got that information and the quitclaim deeds were all presented to her in her name,
Mhm.
she went all the way to the Supreme Court and she fought for the land and she did win back 80 acres. So that's
Was
when
that 80 acres and a mule, huh?
I'm right, it's 40 acres, but look,
I
we're like
know.
80 acres.
She
It
doubled it.
was 100 and some odd acres originally. But you know what? Still, to even in this day and age get the property awarded back to you, that speaks, volumes. She
Oh,
spent her
wow.
retirement ensuring that people knew the history. And there are cabins that are out on the farm that we do tours with that depict post emancipation life for Texans. And it shows how you went from these small houses that were right after slavery and all the things that you had in them and how a family of four could live in one room and
Wow.
how you heat your water, how you make your food, how you wash your clothes, all of those things, and even the quilting process. There are actually old threaded quilts that are in these
Oh, wow, Jody. So
homes and
do they
cabins.
do they
But
still have like
then
the pot
when she
belly
was
stoves?
getting ready to pass on, yes, yes,
Wow.
yes, as well as they have all of the original, like the pots that you would cook in, the cast iron pots that you would cook in, as well as you would boil the water and clean your clothes and things like that.
That is
So
crazy.
we would love for you to go for a tour. It's really, I know that it is near and dear to me because it's our family, but it's also about community. And I
Mhm.
feel that anybody that is interested in history can learn a lot going here. So ultimately, to get to your question, I took a long way there, but after my mom passed and prior to her passing, she was like, you need to make sure that you maintain the land and you keep it for community
Mhm.
and for people to understand the history. And so that's where I came into the equation, and I'm moving forward to ensure that it is part of the community and that people have a chance to come out and enjoy Morningberry Farm.
Nice. Now do your siblings pitch in and help sometime?
Yes, they do. Okay, so that's funny you said that because my brother was like, when mom was living, I used to be the one out here on that tractor all the time. I was doing the work and y'all was doing what you were doing with your jobs. You wasn't coming out here. So now he's like, I get to lay back a little. I get to lay back a little. And so I do a lot of the maintenance of the farm. He does help because he was just out there 3 days ago with me and actually into the night because one of the zero turns broke down and we got it situated. So he definitely does help out a lot. My sister, she helps out with events and things that we have out there for our family where we invite people, from the community to come out. So I do have siblings that are active participants in maintaining the farm.
So for those who don't know, I believe her brother is a doctor.
That's correct. He is, and the crazy thing is that Dr. Leonard Berry is his name, and he has recently retired. So
Really?
yes, he
Oh, wow.
has. He's really excited about that. I can only imagine having gone to school all those years and then you practice, you take care of your patients, you're on call, all these different aspects of being a doctor. And now he gets to have a little bit of time
To enjoy. Yeah.
for himself to do things he likes to do.
And her
Hmm. Yeah.
sister is she owns a chain of restaurants, and she has a new
Yes.
venture that she's doing too,
Yes.
cooking. And so her sister is like the bomb.com. So tell
Yes.
them about your sister.
Okay, so I will tell you a little bit about my sister. Her name is Linda Henderson, and she actually owns Henderson Chicken. There are several locations within the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex, as well as she has a location in Louisiana in Shreveport, and she has a location in St. Lucia, which is in the Caribbean. So that's her first segment of
Hmm.
what she does in relation to cooking. Then she also owns a restaurant now in Ennis, Texas, which is called Linda's Soul Food to Go. And on top of that, she has a seasoning line. So she is very, very busy. But that's what I love because she still, even though she's very busy, she pitches in. And if there's a need, she makes sure that she shows up.
Yeah.
And if she's not able to show up, she always has someone who can represent and help out in any way that we need.
Yeah. Well, her sister, actually, I met Jody through her sister.
Yes, that
I
is
met Jody
true.
through her sister. And
Yes,
so Linda's been busy ever since I met her. I mean, I thought
yes.
I was busy. Linda beats me out big time.
Well, I don't know, Cami. I don't know because you are absolutely really busy. Even when I think about all the things that I engaged with you in, and because Linda was not able to do some of those things, she's like, you know what? My sister has an interest in that. Um, Jody, do you think that you could go and work at KB Polk Recreation Center and help out with the girls programs and things like that? So no, Cami, you are. I think y'all might be neck and neck with that on that busyness.
Oh
Yes,
my God. And you were such an angel. You were
but
such
it's
an
a good
angel to
busy.
step in. And I mean, I'll always love you for that because, girl, you just the bomb.com. I mean, thank you so much for helping me with those
Thank
kids.
you, Cami. You know what? Anything you have always. I know this is to talk about me a little bit, but I'd also like to highlight you as well because I have known you for so long. Um, when you see a need, and especially with children, you immediately step in and you're like, where can I help? What can I do? Um, Let me get some resources. I will do whatever I can to help the community and children. And that is something that we greatly, greatly need and should be applauded and is definitely appreciated.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, believe it or not, I have a camp next week. So,
Wow.
yeah, but it's for my job, and so it's called Kids Club, and so
Mm-hmm.
it's the MacArthur Center Kids Club, and I hire entertainment to come and do different things for the children, and it's free
Mm-hmm.
for the community of Norfolk. No, well, not just for them, but it's for everyone. But that's where the mall is, and I do that like 2 or 3 times a
Right.
month. I do different kid events, so I still get to work with children. And then we've launched Pee Wee Podcast, which is the I guess the third one that we're going to have. It's going to be on the 13th of April. And
Right.
so I still have to have my little kid stuff some kind of way. So
I love
we're
that
doing it.
though, because they will be able to shine because when they see someone who represents them and has such a love of children's, the arts, all of those things, that allows them and it catapults them to another level, truly.
Absolutely. So yeah, so thank you for mentioning that because I do
Yeah.
still do that.
Oh, that's good. That means you need to come down here and when you get a chance and help us out at KB
Yes,
Polk.
yes. We were thinking about taking Pee Wee podcast across the country, different cities, and
Mm-hmm.
so we've been invited to go to Missouri to help
Wow,
start up a podcast studio there. And so we
that's
might do that. I mean, because the things that you're doing, I think that'd be fun. And kids, we could teach kids, like, especially at the farm, right? They can
right.
go in and learn how to be an announcer and talk about the animals and things like that. So I think that would be fun. That would be a good little connection.
Absolutely. Because as you and I both know, if we think about being kids, our parents would be like, you smell like outside because that's what you did. You were outside. And I think there's a change in the way that children engage with one another
Hmm.
and nature because everything is the phone. But you need to know that everything that you eat does not come from a grocery store. It comes from nature.
Right.
So it's yeah, that would be I would love that
I
if we
think that
could
would
do
be
that.
good. Even I think I saw a video of a lady sitting in some grass or something, and her little baby came, and she had a leaf, and I think it was like a lettuce leaf or what a vegetable, some type of vegetable leaf, and they were eating it raw, and the
Wow.
caption was teaching them nature, teaching them to embrace nature or something like that. And so Arthur is screaming for a tour of the farm.
Okay, Arthur, I want you to come and go on a tour. And like if you are local, definitely come out, contact us. And if you're not local, maybe one time Cami and I can set something up where we can do it. And I can show you all a tour of the farm some way
Sounds
remotely.
good.
That would be, I would love to do that. So I'll make sure that I provide the information to Cami and then she can share it with everyone so that she'll know how to get in contact with us.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Jody, so tell us a little bit more about the farm. So now that you are really doing this and you are like the heart of it, so you want to open it up to the world, school
Right.
buses and things like that. So how are you going to get the other schools involved in this?
Okay, so what I have first embarked on is working on the events that we're having so that that can highlight the farm.
Hmm.
And then once, we have a spring fling that's coming up on April 27th, and I'm pretty excited about that. This will be the first one that we've done, and we will highlight businesses in the community that
Hmm.
are organic, that are farm related, that provide different natural aspects. Like there's two gentlemen, they're farmers, and they'll come out and they're going to talk about wine and grapes because they actually have a farm in Ennis. Um,
Nice.
but in relation to your question, what I am doing is going to community centers first, which I started out at KB Polk.
Hmm.
And as far as doing tours, I started with the senior citizens. So we have had them on board to do a tour at Morneyberry Farm. And if I can first implement it at maybe these type of recreation centers within the city of Dallas, and then I can move on once they can see what we have to offer and the importance of it, take it to Dallas Independent School District. And that's what I'm looking at as my model on how to do that.
I love it. Absolutely
So
love it.
I'm very excited about that and that there is an interest. There's a real interest in history and in farming. So I'm gonna keep you abreast on how
Okay.
that progress is going with that as well.
Okay, absolutely. And if I can do anything to help you on this end, please let me know.
Thank you because you do have that connect. I'm forgetting about that. You have that connected. I should have been asking you about this before now. Look, I'm doing this. I'm doing cold calling, and I didn't have to do cold calling. All I had to do was really connect with you because you've done this. So don't worry. After this segment's over, I'll be calling you about that.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay.
More than happy to help you. Now, so you got that going on. What else do you have going on?
Okay, so the next part that I'm working on is we live in an area that's a food desert. So, because it is a food desert, there is a farm currently in the 75215 area. It's a little bit more inward towards downtown, but basically getting together with people that are either urban growers or that need plots of land to farm. So how I'm working on that, because we have 80 acres and the land in the front of the farm is of course groomed, maintained. That's where we have the livestock, things like that. But
Mm-hmm.
towards the back, it's a little bit overgrown, and that's where we would have to utilize those spaces to have food, in that capacity grown back there. So it has to be cleared up, cleaned out, and also to have water out to those areas, because 80 acres, if you are to utilize the city of Dallas water source, that could be extremely expensive and it would not be beneficial to the farm. So we have a pond that was initially, when my mom put everything together, it was a running, working pond. And currently now it is only in one segment, it has water that stays. So trying to get all of that area cleared off and have someone come out and find out what the issues are in relation to that so that we can start the farming. We had a Pan African bookstore, which is in Oak Cliff. They were very interested in farming. But as I told them after they came out and looked at the land, we would have to find a way to have water because that's too far to get from that area over to the area where the farming would take place. So that's the other thing that I'm working on. So it's so many different projects that I have going on, and I'm trying to make sure that I complete each one of them and then go on to the next.
Right.
So that's another project that we have in the works. And I am thinking that one will be able to be completed by the end of this year. So, and I'm trying to get funding from the USDA. I've already been down there, spoke with them. They have told me about different programs where they offer help to get us in a place to be able to farm to that magnitude and have urban growers come out and have like a segment of land and things like that. And we do some type of lease tenancy, but most importantly, we want to offer food at a reasonable, if not free, for people within that community because there's nothing there.
Wow. So Jody, can you guys get with like the volunteer center or
It's interesting that you mentioned that. There is a gentleman who has just established a website where, and it is throughout the US, where people can get on there and they can block out segments of time to volunteer for situations such as ours. So I was actually one of the people that was part of the pilot program to view the website, to see it actually just now coming out, being rolled out. And I think that is going to be the best option for us. I know that they do have other things because we do have a nonprofit where we could utilize those resources as well. But I'm taking it's a big elephant. So it's bite by bite in order to get everything done. But I do think that's really great. And if you do have some other ideas, I am up to hear anything that you have
Absolutely,
in
absolutely. Yeah,
relation to
I'm
that
thinking of a
too
couple of
for
things.
volunteers.
Yeah, I'm
But
thinking
that
of
is
a couple of things
currently
that might work really well.
okay. Well, yeah, let me know because whatever, because I do a lot of the work and I do have some volunteer organizations. Alpha Kappa Alpha has um, taken on to come out and to do beautification and plant. Will provide all of the flowers and things like that, but they're going to beautify the areas. There is another young group of males that have come out once already, and they're actually going to be coming out this Saturday to help with the cutting and trimming of all of the trees and things like that. So we definitely have people that are interested in helping
Nice.
and volunteering to ensure, that we continue on and that everything isn't always on me. So I really, really appreciate it. I
Yeah,
do.
absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Jody. So, is there anything else that people need to know? Because you need a lot of help, and
Right.
give them information, contact information, how they can reach you. Do have some things scrolling across the bottom. Take note, please,
Yes.
of the name of the farm, and get Jody's name so that way you can find her. She is on social media, but she really could use the help. And my goal is to help her be successful because she's working with children, and she's trying to bring make sure our children know their ancestry, make sure our children know where they came from, and what it took. Look, 1876, come on,
Right.
this is
Right. And you know
history.
what? That brings me to something else because we currently are having, after I just told you the whole history of what my great great grandparents went, they got the land, then my mom fought for it, and now we have an issue with a high speed rail that could potentially go right through our farm. And
Oh,
it's
wow.
the high speed rail that they're proposing from Houston to Dallas. And so I was on a CNBC special in reference to that. So that's something else where if there are people that could go on our page and there is a petition, if they could sign that petition, because we want to let Congress and all of the legislators know that eminent domain, um, it can take away and eradicate history and things that are important. And it's not just about one group, it's about us collectively as a whole. So
Absolutely.
I am going to give you my email information, and that is going to be jody.berry at tmfcdc.org. That is a way for you to email and get in touch with me. And also, we have an Instagram and Facebook page, as well as we have a website, but it's still being worked on, so it will send you to our Facebook page. But that will give you some information on what we're doing and highlight some of our struggles and challenges, but also the things that are positive that we are still moving forward and trying to ensure that we keep this land for community.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Well, Jody Berry, thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh my God, thank you so much for having me, Grayson. You know, I have nothing but love. Texas
Hey,
love. And
there
even
you
though you're
go.
far away, don't remember, you're always right here. Right? Look at you. Look at you.
I'm home,
Never
baby.
forget. Never.
I
All
don't know if you
right.
saw that. Those like I'm getting a taste of home today. Interviewed
I
Lico from
did.
Texas. So it gives me. I guess I'm gonna have to start doing that when I start getting homesick. That's what I need to do. Just
A-
bring in the fam.
Absolutely. That's why I send information to you. So it's like you can always get a piece of home because there are people right there. They're
I
right
love it.
there.
I love it.
Angelina, there's people right there. So
Okay. Oh, my baby. I miss her.
She's there too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I
That's
gotta call her.
right. That goes
I
back to
gotta
that
call her.
KB Folk Recreation Center days. You
Right?
do. Yes.
Oh my
So
gosh.
thank you so much, Cammie, for having me. I
Absolutely.
really, really thoroughly enjoyed it, and I truly, truly appreciate you. Girl Talk and International Women's Month, thank you.
No,
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you for all that you do and keeping the dreams alive. It's like I'm not there, but I'm hearing that all the good stuff is happening still. And it's we started together right here, and now look at this. This is amazing. You're over a whole farm,
We
girl. Wow. That is amazing.
I know. I know. I love it. I love it. It's all about family and community. And most importantly, I'll never forget God.
Absolutely.
God.
Absolutely. That's how we got here.
So
Yeah.
that's right.
All right.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to say good night. Love you. Love
Love you.
Linda. Love Leonard. Love my Angelina. Love all you guys. Alicia, I miss her too. And
Ah, oh
Brucey
my God, I
Bruce.
love
I
it.
mean, look, I'm missing the whole family. I remember I used to come over for dinner all the time.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Linda
And
can cook.
even I'm telling you, they would be like, Miss Cammie, she's gonna have us on this. She's gonna have us doing this. And I know that you helped to plant a seed. And I want you to know they're flourishing, and you were part of that.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm glad I could be a part of it. I'm
Yes.
glad I could be a part of it. So, okay, guys, this wraps up my friend Jody Berry. This is not the last time you're going to see her, though, because you're going to see her more. And help her, help her. If you guys want to do donations, please help her. Please, if you know anyone that can help and help get that farm together, because when I come down, I want a hayride, and I don't want to do all that work when I get there because I don't like bugs. So
we'll
this
have wait, we'll have it ready for you. We'll have it ready for you.
and have the off ready for me too.
Absolutely.
Because other than that, all
Absolutely.
you're gonna see is my hat still waiting,
Wait,
trying to
I
catch
already
up with
know.
me.
I know because you are a hat. You are a hat woman.
That's
So
right.
you got that
I
cow.
could get some boots and my cowboy hat.
That's right. Don't forget. Don't forget.
All right, we're going to
Cowboys
a
for
real
life.
farm. What'd you say?
I said cowboys for life. Don't forget.
That, oh no, I'll never forget that, baby. Never forget that. Okay, guys, me and this girl can talk forever. So until next week, SKST Radio, Girl Talk, and International Women's Month. Hey, we got a couple more ladies, and then we're gonna wrap it up. This has been a long month. We've talked to ladies every day this week. All right, guys. Jody, tell them bye.
Wow. I love it though. Bye. Thank you. Come out to see us.